The Balance Scorecard is a tool which helps managers monitor results in key areas, namely financial performance, customer knowledge, internal business processes, along with learning and growth. Companies with the right strategy map are better placed to tackle risk and benefit from future opportunities. Constantin Salameh is CEO of Abdulla Al Masaood and Sons Group UAE and is with us on Emirates News tonight to tell us more. Many thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
How have you integrated the balanced scorecard strategy into your business?
We typically integrate it as part of our business planning and budgeting process. So what we do is we go through, we have about 30 different operating companies across different sectors, and with each one of them we get their business plan, we agree on what should be the budgets, and the results of the budget is this balance scorecard that highlights the key areas and the key performance measures that are related in the 4 fields that you have mentioned.
So would you say that at the moment performance is being measured accurately enough?
I would say that it's improving compared to where we were 3 or 5 years ago, but you have areas, take for instance financial performance. People tend to measure growth or measure profitability, where the real value is about value creation, which is not necessarily already in all of the companies. Other areas do not get the same sort of attention, like for instance employee or customer satisfaction, that are today need to be getting more focus and more attention in the future.
Now, we hear about risk factors in business. I mean, do you think that companies are preparing themselves enough for possible risk that might be out there?
I think what happened 3 years ago in the region was a huge catalyst and made a number of companies realize, okay, today we are facing with risk areas. Let's first understand what are these areas, how do we go about understanding the gaps that we have in these risk areas, and then how do we work with the board and the key stakeholders in terms of addressing these risk areas. So yes, it's gaining momentum. Yes, you have all sorts of risk areas that have been identified, and you have a number of service providers who are here to help organizations, both from the public sector and the private sector, to understand and address those risk areas.
Now, as an expert in the world of business, I mean, how do you view Dubai being placed, for possible growth in the next 5 years?
I think, in terms of new sectors, Dubai have done a remarkable job. If you look across the GCC in terms of diversifying away from the oil and gas-based economy, Dubai has led all the countries in developing transportation, tourism, travels, and financial services. And I think they have it in part of the DNA. And I think the governments, the private sector are working closely in order to continue this momentum. And I have full faith that Dubai will continue to lead in diversifying, exploring new sectors, and hopefully growing them in a profitable way.
Great. Well, that's where we'll leave it. Constantin Salameh, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks, Greg.